Welcome back. We got to finish this figure. So we're going to rotate this figure FAST. I'm going to put my pencil at the origin. It says to rotate at 180 degrees. So I'm going to go counterclockwise. I'm going to go 90. Now we're at 180. So it's upside down basically. And I'm going to go underneath and plot. There's the T. Here's the S right here. Okay, the F is right here. And I'm going to pick up my paper, and the A is right above the C prime. Now, it actually is F prime, A prime, S prime, and T prime, because this is the image. Now I can take my patty paper away and connect the dots. And I'm going to use my... Oops, let's see. Hold on. That actually, the S prime should be... One more time here. Okay, my A prime, yes, is here. Okay, my S prime was there. Okay, forget that dot. And then the... I'm messing up here. Sorry, guys. Okay, and my T prime... My S prime should be right here, and my T prime is right there. Okay, so that's why it's so important to look under that patty paper. I'm going to wipe that out so you can't see that. There we go. Alright, so look under your patty paper and make sure you're careful. Now we're going to connect the F to the A, down to here, to the S, to the T, and back. So there is our rotation. Now I rotated 90 and then 180, so now it's gone from up here in the first and second quadrant to down here in the fourth and third quadrant. So now here are my coordinates. F is at -2, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. A is at -2, -8. You can count from and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. This dot, original dot, was wrong. Didn't copy very well under my paper. Then I'm going to go to the S, which is at -1 down -8. And then my T is at -1, -4. And again, if I look at my F and my F prime, notice I've got 2 and 4. 2 and 4, this time they're matched up. But both of them are negative on the prime. And the A, they're both matched up, but they're both negative instead of positive. Same thing with S. Oh, no, not an S. Okay, we've got, let's see, yeah. Oh, no, that should be +1. Did y'all catch that? That really should be +1. I'm over on the positive side. Hello. Okay, so that should be 1, -8. Same match up except they're opposite signs. And then same thing with 1, 4. Should be -1, 4. Should be +1, -4. Alrighty, last one. So this time we're going to do another triangle. I'm going to go back to my pencil. And we're going to do W, E, D. So we're at 2 on the X for W, -2 on the Y. So there's my W. My E is at 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right on the X, down 3 on the Y. That's my E. And then my D is at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right from the origin on the X, down 6 on the Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. And there's my D. And that D is for Wednesday. Okay, so I'm going to connect my W to my E to my D, and my D back to the W. So it's WED. It's in the fourth quadrant. So now I'm going to take my patty paper. Now notice it says we're going to rotate it. Ooh, that should be 270, not 360. So 270 degrees. And we're going to go counterclockwise. So I'm going to take my tracing paper, and again I'm going to put a corner on there where I'm going to write from the 0. And I'm going to find W, E, D for Wednesday. And now I'm going to put my pencil in the origin, and I'm going to rotate, let's say this together, 90. So my x has gone up to my y, 90. Now my y, which it's going to go down to the x again, and that's 180. Now I'm going to go one more time, 90 more degrees, so now it's coming down to the y-axis, stuck there, okay, and I'm in the third quadrant. So now I'm going to put my W right underneath my W, my D underneath my D, and my E underneath my E. Okay, so there's W prime. Oh, let's do that in red so it doesn't mess up. Okay, so we got W prime, and then E prime, and then D prime right here. And if I trace my dots, okay, I go from W to E, from E to D. Okay, and so now my triangle WED rotated 270 degrees. It went from the fourth over to the third quadrant, but it went 270 degrees around, and now I've got W prime, E prime, and D prime. All right, now let's get the coordinates. So W prime is at -2, -2, and my D prime, or E prime, is at -3, -7. That should be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So -3, -7. And my D prime is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. -6, -4. Now, let's match them up again. W and W prime, let's compare those. We have a 2 and a -2. And we have a -2 and a -2, so those stayed the same. Okay, did they switch? Well, let's look at the next one. Look, we have 7, and there's -7 as the y, 7 is the x, and then we have a -3 at the y and a -3 at the x. So they switched places. Notice the 3 didn't change its sign, but the -7 did. So same numbers, different positions, one of them has a different sign. Same thing with the 4 and the 6. They go 6, 4. The -6 goes from the x or y to the x, stays negative. But again, the x that was in the D goes to the y and it changes sign to the negative. So these two have the same pattern, and these two actually do also. If they switch places, -2 goes to the x, and this +2 goes to the y but changes negative. So there's a little pattern there to help you. Okay, they're different patterns if it's 90 degrees, if it's 180 degrees, or if it's 270, but they're a pattern. You're going to see the same numbers. They may switch places, they may switch signs. All right, so now you've got 3 practice problems to do, and hopefully this has been helpful.